Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the kids would not accept that. I'm sorry. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Much better. Thank you very much. As stated, my name is Granger Ward. I'm one of the executive vice presidents with AVID, and it is my pleasure and a real thrill for me to be able to introduce you to some young men and women who are impacted by AVID and give you an opportunity to hear their voices this morning. You've had an opportunity to be in sessions with the adults talking to you and talking with you and interacting with you, and now you get to hear their voices. It's a very powerful part of what we do, to get that reality check from the young people. And I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves first, their names, obviously, their grade, their school, and how long they've been in AVID. And we're going to start to my right, your left out there, and you can pull that microphone right up to you. Go for it.
My name is Emma. I'm in 5th grade. I go to Davis Elementary, and I've been in AVID for 1 year.
My name is Megan Lee. I'm in 5th grade. I go to Davis Elementary in 5th grade, and I've been in AVID for 1 year.
My name is Maria Romero. I'm in 7th grade. I go to Austin Middle School, and this is my first year in AVID.
My name is Alex Ibarra. I go to Labor Johnson Middle School, and I'm 8th grade, and I've been at AVID for 2 years.
My name is Matthew Rocha. I'm a freshman in Nimitz High School.
How long have you been in AVID, sir?
3 years.
Thank you.
My name is Marcus Wonet. I go to MacArthur High School. I'm a junior, and this is my 4th year in AVID.
My name's Maria Puente. I'm a senior at Irving High School, and this is my 5th year in AVID.
My name is Marissa Gutierrez. I am a sophomore at Texas Tech University, and I did 3 years in high school, and I am in my 2nd year as a tutor in Lubbock ISD.
So please welcome our students. We'll get to their questions momentarily. I do want to make a quick introduction and ask them to stand. Their parents, they're very proud parents, family members, teachers, district directors who have supported these young people are here this morning, and I do want to acknowledge them before we even begin the questions. So family members, teachers, district directors, please stand and be acknowledged, all of you. So as we sat here this morning, and the students were here from about 7:15 a.m. this morning to get prepared and to come up on stage and to make sure they weren't really as nervous as they really are. This young lady at far end of the table, Emma, came to me and said, well, Mr. Ward, I know you're going to ask us some questions. I have the first 2. Please tell me what the others are. I want to take notes. And then I went through them, and she goes, is that all? Because I want to make sure I think about this. So Emma, I'm going to start with you. Can you tell me what your most challenging subject or subjects are as a 5th grade young lady? And how do you see AVID helping you with those subjects?
Well, my most challenging subject is reading because it's hard to do the assignments.
So I'm going to hold on a second. I'm going to ask Emma if you pull the microphone towards you. We'll move around because I want to make sure they hear your voice. Go for it.
Okay. My most challenging subject is reading because the assignments are a little bit hard, but it's easy for me to read, and the words are big for me, even though I asked the teacher for help.
Thank you very much. Megan?
I would have to agree with Emma.
I don't know how to respond to that. We'll come back to you guys. Marissa, most challenging subject, and how has AVID helped you, we hope?
My most challenging subject is dual Spanish, and I see AVID helping me because I get a chance to put it on my TRF as my point of confusion, and my tutors help me understand what I'm not getting.
So, Maria, for those of the audience who do have no clue what a TRF is, can you tell us?
It's a tutorial request form.
Thank you. And this is the process where you can take your challenging questions or point of confusion in, and what do you do with it?
I write down some definitions for the words I'm not getting, and I draw a picture, label, and my steps, and then my tutors guide me and ask me questions so that I can figure it out on my own.
Thank you very much, Maria. Alex, how about you?
My most challenging subject is probably going to be algebra, because I thought I was going to be ready for it, and then like I got into algebra, and then I was like, I don't get it. But AVID helps me because the C notes, because we have to take a lot of notes in algebra to understand it, and we just practice Cornell notes, which I do a lot in algebra.
Thank you very much. Matthew, most challenging subject.
My most challenging subject, I would have to say algebra. It's no clue with my mind. TRFs have always helped me with answering the questions I have for algebra and all that good stuff.
Thank you. Marcus.
I would have to say my most challenging subject will be my AP US History class, possibly because of the amount of work ethic I have to put into it, and AVID has really helped me with my work ethic because prior to AVID, or while in the beginning stages of becoming a real AVID student, I didn't have that good of a work ethic, and it just improved like to its best right at this moment.
Thank you very much, Marcus.
My most challenging subjects would have to be, well, all maths. Like throughout my high school career, all of math has been super tough for me, so AVID has helped me, like the tutorials. My tutors guide me step by step and to solve my point of confusion, and I'm able to get an idea of how to solve the math problems, so it's been good.
Thank you very much. So Marissa, you're at Texas Tech.
Yes. My most difficult course that I've taken so far had to be Calculus 3, probably. But yes, the AVID skills that have helped me a lot are note-taking, definitely, to keep all my problems in order by chapter and sections. And also the tutoring methods. I feel like sometimes when I'm studying, I can even tutor myself, and because I know, the process and where my point of confusion is, and go from there and studying.
Thank you very much. So, Marissa, I'm going to stay with you, and tell me where you went to high school again.
I went to Odessa High School in Odessa, Texas.
While you were at school, and I'm going to ask each of the folks in high school and middle school to respond to this in particular, did you have friends or peers who were not in AVID that were either questioning you or trying to suggest that you not do that?
Do AVID?
Yeah.
At Odessa High, luckily the AVID program has really taken over the whole system, the whole school. It truly is an AVID school. I believe the principal of Odessa High is here today. And it's just, I never encounter my peers, even the ones that weren't in AVID. They never had a negative input on my work. It was more of a positive input. in the organizations I was with, you know, I had other friends that were in AVID, and every time we had a conference or a college visit, you know, we would come back with the college shirts and talking about all these things we learned. So, and they would wonder and they would want to be in AVID. So I think it was more of a positive input. I never was questioned by my friends.
Well, thank you. I like that it's taken over the whole high school. Thank you. You can applaud. It's allowed. Maria, tell me how you would respond to that.
Well, my peers, I have some friends who are not in AVID, and they question, why are you in AVID? Like, do you really need it? And I'm like, yes, we do need it because it helps you keep up with your grades, and it helps you like with your point of confusions in any subject like math, since that's my struggle. And it helps you stay organized. So I would say AVID is really good for me. And yeah, I don't let them tell me like that why I shouldn't need it when I do need it.
Thank you very much.
Well, at my middle school and my high school, throughout the time when AVID was beginning, because in middle school we were the first class to have it, and in high school we were the first class to actually have AVID. It seemed like people were questioning, and it seemed like they thought of it as a blow-off class or just an elective to have, and all of the AVID students got behind it and backed it up by telling them, no, this is a course that you need to take, or things like that. And I feel like over this course of time, when AVID has just become a major thing in my high school, MacArthur High School, like everyone would want to be in it now, and I'm really proud of the AVID program in my school.
Thank you very much. Matthew.
Throughout my years of being an AVID, I've learned that it really helps me a lot through my classes. And for my friends to ask me why I'm in there, I gradually tell them that it helps. It really does help everyone. It benefits with you to all of your classes. And they just think it's just another class to take, and it's just whatever, like it's school, whatever. I'm just there for my friends anyways. But it's more than just friends. It's about academics, and to take AVID is gonna take the academic level to a whole nother level. That's why I stay in AVID and tell my friends to join instead of them just sitting around and being on Twitter and stuff.
Thank you very much. The question again is, have you ever had any conversations with friends who have said to you or questioned why you're in AVID or been discouraging, and how did you respond to that?
I do have a lot of friends that are not in AVID, and they always ask me, like, why do you like AVID so much? What do I do in AVID? I'm just like, we do a whole bunch of fun activities, and we do a whole bunch of fun activities, like philosophical chairs. That's probably my favorite. It's like where we debate, and like I get to get mad at other people, and I tell when we go to the college field trips, they're like, where are you going? I'm like, we went to UNT, and they were eating the school lunch. We were eating college food, and they're always telling me like, why do I like AVID so much? And I'm just like, because it's fun, because it's always positive energy. It's never negative energy, and when it is, the whole class is there for you.
Thank you very much. Maria?
A lot of my friends aren't in AVID, and they ask me why I'm in AVID. I usually answer with, AVID's gonna help me reach my academic goals and go to college, and while I'm there in school, we're gonna be at a field trip at a college or somewhere where they're gonna teach us about different kinds of jobs. And I know that AVID is very important. My sister was in AVID, and now she's a tutor for AVID. She's always told me that school comes first, and those friends that ask me that and try to like influence me to not focus in school, they're not real friends.
Thank you. With our two fifth grade students, I'm going to change the question. I'm going to do an entirely different question because if you're in fifth grade and you're doing AVID, everybody's doing it. If you're in elementary school, it's across the entire class and often the entire grade. So for Emma and first, we're going to ask, because someone mentioned about where they want to go to college, and you're fifth grade, and have you thought about that?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, well, can you tell us where you plan to go to attend university?
Well, I want to go to UT or SMU because I want to be like a math teacher and learn more about math and being a teacher, helping kids out.
And you're what grade?
Fifth.
Okay. Megan?
I would like to go to SMU or Harvard. Just depends.
There might be some people in the room who have one direction that they would hope you would go than another. But I heard Harvard's a pretty decent school. So, Maria, where are you thinking about going if you're thinking about that?
I'd like to go to Oxford University, Texas Tech, or UTA.
There's some variety there. Congratulations. Alex?
I would like to go to Vanderbilt University or LSU because I want to own my own real estate company.
Thank you.
I would like to go to Texas A&M or maybe Texas Tech. I don't know. It's always, you never know what you're going to do.
At this moment, I think I would like Texas Tech or FITM because I would like to do fashion or fashion marketing, something of that sort.
Thank you.
I'm planning to go to UT Austin. Go Longhorns.
Well, we know where you are. What are you majoring in?
I entered Texas Tech as a mathematics major, but I just switched last week to construction engineering with a minor in Spanish.
And Maria, do you have a particular area you'd like to focus on as you're thinking about university and after university in terms of what you'd like to do?
Well, I want to become a lawyer, so I'm planning to do pre-law studies in the University of Texas at Austin, or major in business.
Yeah, or do both. Thank you.
I would like to not only do fashion or make fashion, I would like to sell it, brand it, market it, things of that such.
Thank you.
I have no idea what I want to do. But I would definitely love to do something similar to science or technology. So.
Thank you.
I'll go again?
Yeah, you do. We're back.
Well, like I said, I wanted a major in business so I could go tack home my real estate company.
I'd like to be a double major on fashion design and architecture.
Wow. So I'm going to open this up to the panel here, and several of you can respond. Can you tell the audience what specific AVID strategies have been able to help you in your classes? You've talked about this a little bit, but if you could go a little deeper. And it really is going to be open to whoever speaks up. And I see some shaking. Emma, did you want to respond right away, or did you want to skip this one?
No.
Okay. Who would like to, which specific, you'll go? Excellent. We're back to you.
We use a lot of AVID strategies. We do the main one that I know I always talk about this, but the main one that helps us with almost every single class is C notes, corner notes, and it's just basically a form of note taking, but it's very advanced, so you don't just write down everything you see, so you understand what you're writing. And I like doing the tutorials, TRFs.
Thank you very much. Anyone else want to respond to that? Go ahead.
One of the underlying factors and things and themes about AVID is like evaluating and deeper thinking, and that I just apply to every class period. And I can't, every problem that I look at, I don't look at it as just a problem. I look at it as a way, I look at the way of solving it first, not even the problem. So that process, all the process that AVID teaches me, I apply throughout my whole career in high school.
Thank you. Which AVID strategies do you find the most effective for you in your work you're doing? You talked a little bit about it.
About college?
Yeah.
Definitely the studying skills that we were taught, especially my senior year. I think we were prepared a lot during senior year to manage our time and how to use it wisely and most effectively. And it's definitely come useful in college. My first semester at Texas Tech, I actually took the AVID course that is now there, and helped me tremendously because it is a big change. College is nothing like high school. So I just couldn't be, more blessed to have that course to help me, get back in track and focus on finishing college and pursuing a higher degree. So the studying skills, definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I would say the binder checks, the organizational skills that AVID gives to us, because you never know when they're going to give you a binder check, so you have to keep everything organized. And yeah, that's pretty much.
So you're scared of binder checks?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know that some of you actually brought binders here. We didn't bring them up on stage, but they actually brought them down this morning. So if you want to come see them later and check them, you can do that. So I really want to talk a little bit more on the young ladies down at my end here who are in 5th grade. You've been in AVID for 1 year.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you may or may not be able to answer this question, but I'm going to pose it to you. What if they said AVID is going away? Well, I can see your facial expression. What would you say to someone saying, no, don't? Or would you say to them, don't take it away? Either one of you could try that. That's a tough one.
It might be bad because AVID keeps us organized. It's like if you lose something and you look back in it, you can find it because it won't be a mess.
That's one good reason.
I think the note-taking is a really good thing that AVID does. Once you take your notes home, you can always go home and study for tests or anything.
Okay, so let me try and rephrase the question for everyone else. What would you say to the folks here about why AVID? If they were interested in AVID, why should someone do AVID in their school? Why should they provide that for students?
I think people should join AVID because it's a really strong program that helps you get out of your comfort zone. Some people aren't very organized, and that's why they lose a lot of their stuff and aren't prepared for school. AVID really does help a lot. Some people don't see it because they don't go to the classrooms and go see what we're doing, but AVID's a really great program, and a lot of kids should join it.
Thank you very much.
I think people should choose AVID because just the class itself, it is like a very strong, like I agree with what Maria said, it's a very strong program, and it could all work depending on the teacher. If you have an awesome teacher, like my teacher,
Of course.
if you have a teacher that can have good relationships with the students, it'll be like the best AVID year. But if I'm not judging anybody, but but there's different types of teachers out there, and well, my teacher, she's very nice, and she likes to see what's going on in everybody's life, not just certain students.
Thank you very much. So, tell me what you would say to the audience if they were new to AVID or why they should do AVID for their schools if they've never done it before or in their classrooms?
If you were to join AVID, it's a really good program. It keeps you on your toes. It's a keep on your toe program. You've got TRFs every Tuesday and Thursday to do, including a learning log. And the binder checks are random, so you never know what's going to come, when it's going to come. So if, you know, we have studying tools, and if you have a test in another class and you know how to study, it really helps you. AVID really helps you with the studying tools. It's a really good class. It keeps you on your toes. It's basic.
It keeps you on your toes, for sure. Thank you.
One thing I would have to say about AVID to someone or a school or a classroom that is looking into AVID is that it improves whole schools. Going into MacArthur, it was a school of it was a good academics, but I feel that AVID created leaders among the class of 2015, and now that we have those leaders, we can go beyond what we expected, and now we have probably our whole class can go to college. Not even the AVID class alone. It creates other people and it makes other people want to do better, and that's why I feel like AVID should be in every school.
Maria?
Well, yeah, he's right. For schools that don't have AVID, they should have the AVID program because it would raise the academics for students, so they would have higher grades because AVID really does prepare you for college with tutorials, binder checks, Cornell notes, and then you go to college trips, you learn more about college, and then you search into those colleges. And then also, you have like TRFs, which help you with like any point of confusions you have. So I think every school should have the AVID program. It would help their students like a lot.
Thank you very much. I think someone wanted to applaud.
I think I've shared this story a couple of times this weekend, but as a student that moved into the U.S. as a teenager, it was hard to find a purpose in my education, and during my 8th grade, I really did struggle with not only being a teenage girl, but also the culture shock and just a lot of things. I really didn't seek anything out of my education, and when I entered AVID, it gave me that purpose. It really gave me a reason to, fight back against the people that told me I couldn't do it, or that just because I, look this way or talk that way or are from this part of what country, I have to be a certain way. But AVID truly gave me a choice, and every time somebody asks me why AVID, I just tell them, it works. It works, and there's so many living proofs out here, and like Jonathan shared with us on Thursday, and it's an amazing program. I've always told my teachers, I think Ms. Woodall's here, I wanted to be a teacher when I was little, and as I grew up, it's just kind of like I faded away from the education, and I went into other subjects like science and technology and engineering. But one thing about education that's never left my life or my heart, it is AVID. It always comes back around. Either it's by getting a job or having the course at Texas Tech or being able to speak at a conference. AVID has always stayed with me, and I think that's another thing. AVID, stays throughout your whole life, and it's just an amazing program, and I'm really thankful for it. And I will always, people ask me like, how did you do it? How did you leave the big hole you were in and came back and made all this difference? And it's not because of my personal effort. It's not because, one day I was sitting at my lowest and I just decided to change. It was because AVID gave me the hand, and I had an amazing teacher and amazing administrators that gave me that opportunity. So I feel like I owe a lot to AVID, and everybody here owes a lot to AVID, but it works.
Thank you very much. I want to come back to something that one of you spoke to a little while ago in terms of the courses that you're taking, and I asked about the really hardest courses, and this really is probably for the middle and high school students. Can you tell me if you're enrolled in either honors classes, advanced classes, or AP, or have taken those kinds of classes? And Marissa, I'm actually going to start with you, and if you can remember back to high school. You know, what kind, did you take AP classes and honors classes, and what did you take?
I took AP Mathematics and Science all through high school and part of the junior high I was with, and dual credit also.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Maria?
Well, throughout my high school career, I've taken AP History, AP English, all honors courses, and dual credit this year.
Thank you. Marcus?
Currently, I'm taking AP US History, and I'm enrolled in pre-AP honors English and what else? English and other courses as well.
Yeah, a few others, right?
Currently, I'm taking pre-AP Biology and honors English.
Thank you very much.
When I was in 6th grade, I only had 2 honors classes, or 2 pre-AP, and then when I got into 7th grade, I got into AVID, and then I got moved up to all honors.
Thank you.
This year I'm taking pre-AP Spanish.
Congratulations. Thanks to all of you for that. If you had one word to describe AVID, one word, what would that word be?
Awesome.
Anybody else want to venture a word?
Fun.
Fun, okay.
Crazy.
Crazy. Jump in.
Goals.
Gold. One word.
Amazing, really.
Perseverance.
I would say determination.
I couldn't do it. I would just walk away like mad because one word is too little to describe AVID.
Okay, you've already exceeded the limit, though.
I would say, I was just being mad. I would say AVID, and then I would say look it up, and then I would turn around. Like look up what AVID stands for. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. Are any other last words of wisdom that you would want to share with us about your AVID experience? Things that we perhaps didn't touch that you'd want to respond to or answer? We'll start here.
Growing up in Mexico, I was in a private school through elementary and 7th grade, and my mom always taught me that it's not the same to teach somebody than to educate. And she said all my teachers in my elementary were actually educators, and I always, learned I was taught to respect my teachers as such. And then when I came into Texas, to the Texas education system, I guess it made it more of an impact when I actually met an educator and not just a teacher. And I just wanted to say that I see all of you as educators because you truly have educated, a whole nation and a whole world, and not just, taught us how to do something, but gave us some insight on what it is to be successful. So thank you.
Yes, Maria.
Okay. Can you repeat the question?
I can repeat the question. What final words, perhaps something we haven't talked about or touched that you would want to share with the audience about your experience?
Well, I would say that, like she said, the tutors and the teachers in the AVID program are really great, and they're the ones that have helped us. Like, they have pushed us, motivated us, and then they've been pushing us to do well and to go to college, because college is the only thing that matters, and it would get you a career, and yeah.
Thank you very much.
About my AVID experience, one thing I would like to share is just the amazing work that all my AVID teachers have done for me and other students. The way that they do it, I don't have an idea because they're constantly ripping and running back and forth, going to classes, staying in their class, having kids come do tutoring, all these different things. And I just want to thank every teacher that I ever had that was in AVID, Mr. Blackburn, Ms. Clements, Ms. A, because they truly motivated me to go to a higher level. And now that I'm a junior looking at colleges and doing SATs, it's just that much more important. And I see it now. Like as an 8th grader, I was like college, like that's 5 years away, 6 years away if I want. Like it seemed like it came so fast, and in that amount of time, I have developed as a person, as a student, as everything, as a being, and I just really think AVID has pushed me to that higher level. And that's why I'm so happy to be in AVID. And without AVID coming to my school at my 8th grade year, and me being so confused, deciding if not I should take it, and I'm just so happy that I'm in it because it's brought me so far.
Thank you.
I'd have to agree with you on that one. AVID's really came to me, like, it's brought me here, and without it, I don't know what I would do with it. And when you're in the AVID class, you come together like really a family. And I remember back in 8th grade, I failed the STAR math test. It was the first time I ever failed a test, ever that was on that grade scale. And when I went back to AVID and told them, they really helped me through that rough time I had. I was really depressed at that time. I didn't know if I was gonna pass it again or not. I was really shocked by that test. And really, AVID just came to me, and the whole class and my teachers, they were the ones that pushed me and the ones that encouraged me to not lose all of hope. And AVID really, it's really a family. All it is a family.
Thank you.
AVID had not only helped me grow not helped my academic skills grow, but it also helped my social skills grow because like I talk a lot. And it's also helped me because my school is brand new and it just opened 2 years ago. And I'm an ambassador for that school because it's a net zero school and the largest in the nation. And it's helped me feel more confident about myself when I give tours and when I speak in front of large crowds like this. And it's like my tutor, Ms. Myrna, she's right there. She's helped me with a lot of my work, and Ms. Rose, she's helped me with feel more confident about myself and not be down on myself through negative times. And it's helped me, STAR test, it's helped me a lot. Like marking the text, I tell the teachers like it's boring and I don't like doing it, but when I'm doing tests, I see myself marking the text. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Last year, I really didn't have a care for school. I failed all my classes, and then I joined AVID, and I realized it's not about the strategies you use, but about how hard your tutors and your teachers push you and how hard you work for what you can achieve. And AVID is just really important to me, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Thank you very much. Megan? What last words would you want to share with this audience? Words of wisdom. You don't think you have any right now? Do you want to skip that one too, Emma? Or you?
Yeah, I don't have any.
You don't have any words of wisdom. But what would you want to say to them when you say goodbye? What should they think about? What's the final thing they should think about from what they've heard this morning or what you've experienced?
AVID has helped me a lot with just all the organization and preparation for all the tests, so AVID is really important, and if you don't have AVID in your school yet, you should actually have it.
Thank you. Emma, would you like to add to that?
I just agree with her. I don't
You
have
just
anything
agree
to
with
add
her.
with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our incredible students and thank them.